Keith Niebuhr there on site at Tampa Catholic, if I'm not mistaken. Keith, we're going to you live.
It's a little loud here. I just interviewed cornerback Jameer Grimsley. Auburn offered him in the last month. 6'3", 190 pounds. He's going to visit Auburn in a couple of weeks. But I got a special guest. I'm not the special guest. I got a really ugly special guest today.
Hey,
Auburn receiver,
I see Jeffrey Lee on there.
What's up, big dog?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Yes, sir. War Eagle, brother. Good to see you.
I'm going to ask him one question, and I'm going to actually let him do his job that they're paying him to do out here. So Hugh Freeze was recently here.
Yeah, he was.
Came by, met all the kids here. Yeah. Just kind of what were your initial impressions? You're a former Auburn player. You're also a prominent coach. What did you think of Hugh Freeze? Get in here.
Sorry. It was great, man. It was great. He came by. We chopped it up for a while. He offered four of our kids. So I have nothing but great things to say. I think he'll do a great job, and I look forward to this fall.
And Jairus has a really good team. Four of his players, thanks, Jairus. Coach McIntyre, excuse me. Four of his players have Auburn offers. Jameer Grimsley, who's like I said, going to visit, and I'm going to have some intel on him in the next couple of days. A cornerback, receiver Terrence Moore, that is 6'3", 195. 38-inch vertical leap.
Love that kid.
Freak, right? Very good player. And Hugh Freeze actually, by the way, just FaceTimed him in the last couple of days. Auburn's working hard to get him on campus. And then Xavier Porter, a defensive lineman, and Eddie Pierre-Louis, an offensive guard. He plays tackle here. And actually, the game I went to last year really had a great game against five-star edge Keon Keeley, who signed with Alabama. But I think of those four, the two to really watch are Grimsley, the corner, and Terrence Moore, the receiver. So
Keith, you had reported earlier, I think maybe last week or so, but Jameer Grimsley, or maybe it was Cole, one of the two. You guys,
I didn't report much. Yeah,
had him penciled in at least for a Saturday visit next Saturday, I believe, March 11th.
Yeah, something like that. He thought it was like the 13th. He couldn't remember the date, but that's probably what it is. But and Jairus McIntyre may go with him. Look, he's real interested. He's got a lot of people coming after him. Look, right before Auburn offered him, an hour before Bama offered him. I mean, so he's got a lot of people. Guys, on January 1st, he had one offer, and it was Rhode Island. Okay, he transferred in from another school. So that's kind of like when we tell, Jeffrey, you've done it, Jay Head, Cole, we've all told subscribers and listeners that the board shifts. I mean, things change, man. Guys that you were hot and heavy on 6 months ago don't get any better. And new guys emerge. And this is a new guy that emerged, and let you watch the practice field out there. By the way, Jairus was teammates here with a guy named Chan Tatum, now known as Channing Tatum.
Oh,
I know him as Mike. I went to I'm from up Mike's way.
XL.
He's from Coleman, Alabama. Channing actually grew up in Coleman before, I think, moving to Tampa.
Yeah, he finally got somebody knock some sense into his family. But I'm kidding. No,
but McConaughey started some
I promise you.
Everybody knows I love Alabama, but the state of Alabama. But Grimsley, yeah, that's a guy that's moving up a lot of boards. And
unranked guy right now.
Hey, Jeffrey, he's 6'3", 185 to 190, and he told me he runs track. He's doing track right now. One of his events is the 100, his best recorded 100 time. He says sometimes they tell you stuff and you look it up and it's not quite what they said, But he said 10.89. That's pretty good, okay, for a guy his size. And then here's one other thing. He also plays receiver, and so he takes those ball skills to defensive back, right? I know J-Head likes that. Now, why didn't he get a lot of attention? He just got here. He transferred from Bloomingdale, which is, I think, believe it or not, another connection. That's where Aaron Andrews went to high school, at Bloomingdale, which is about 20 minutes. Can you talk? 20 minutes.
What position does he play?
Yeah, 20 minutes east of Tampa. So, Auburn's got some real traction out here. The kids like Hugh Freeze. We'll see. I mean, this is a school that's been very good to Auburn historically. Jairus, Nate Craig Myers.
Devin Barrett.
Yeah. So, I mean.
Devin Barrett.
It's
Garner Langland.
I mean, I know I'm in Tampa, and I'm going to let you all do the rest of the show, but the Auburn logo is still strong in Tampa, and it has been for a long time. There's a lot of kids. One of my friends used to work at Tampa Holy Names, which is the girls' Catholic school, and then there's two big boys' schools here now. He's at Tampa Jesuit. He says you'd be amazed how many people want to send their kids to Auburn from Tampa. So and I think that goes with football guys too. They like it when they get up there. There's some similarities. Tampa's a big city with a small town feel, kind of. and Auburn's a small town. So, I mean, it makes sense to me. So.
Keith, is he being recruited as a corner or a safety?
Yeah, he says corner or safety, and some schools even like him at receiver, believe it or not. He said Ole Miss is recruiting him at receiver, and we know what Ole Miss has done with those big, tall receivers. So most of his conversations have been with Zach. Hey, Jairus, Grimsley, more corner or safety for Auburn? Corner.
Okay.
Ask Jairus if he can still outrun Cadillac.
Can you Jeffrey Lee wants to know if you can still outrun Cadillac. I don't think so.
I don't either.
I ain't gonna try it either.
I hear you on that.
We're gonna have, so from this, I'm gonna have a 3-2-1. I'm gonna steal Cole's little feature, and then I'll have another update with Grimsley, and then I'm gonna do a story on Jairus, just talking about as a guy. He's got a unique perspective.
Absolutely.
Former player and a prominent high school coach in Tampa. So he's, what did he think of Hugh Freeze? And I'll just give it away. I mean, I said, what, is he the right guy for the job based on everything you've seen so far? Yes. And that's a guy who, fans, he played at Auburn. He's a diehard Auburn guy. I mean, he is Auburn through and through, Jairus McIntyre. There's very few people more Auburn than him. Maybe Jeffrey.